FoodHero is helping food merchants to quickly sell surplus fresh food that would otherwise end up in the trash. We have Jonathan, who is the founder and CEO at FoodHero. Thanks a lot for joining in, Jonathan.
Thank you, Naman. My pleasure.
So just to get the ball rolling, like why don't you tell us how exactly is FoodHero preventing truckloads of food from, being dumped in the landfill?
I like your expression truckloads first because it's unfortunately or fortunately it is what we're doing now. We're now able to save tons of food every week. So Food Hero basically for the consumer, it's a free mobile app that allows you to access surplus food or unsold food at grocery stores in your area. So basically, what we've created is we've created a technology that intercepts, if you wish, in real time, food that could be lost in grocery stores. So it goes from anything, from meat to fish to dairy products to fruits and vegetables, pretty much everything. Mostly in our case, it's fresh food. So we don't have a lot of cans and packaged food, but we do occasionally. But it's mainly fresh produce and meat and fish that we're saving. Back to your original question, how do we prevent this food to go to being tossed away? Basically, we're creating a secondary market where we're offering from 25 to 60% off to consumers, in exchange, if I may say, to save this food. And it's important that I mention that it's not just about expiration date, it's really about unsold food. So I like the example of barbecue meat. Because we're still in the season. We're at the end of the season here in Canada. For example, grocery stores, they would check the weather forecast, like pretty much everybody else, and they would see that okay, we're Tuesday or Wednesday, nice weekend ahead, so we're gonna order a lot of steaks and different meat for barbecue. And then kind of all of a sudden it's raining all weekend. So that's a perfect example of food that will end up being sold on Food Hero on, let's say, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We're really we give a second chance to perfectly edible food that would otherwise, unfortunately, be thrown away.
Okay, understood. And if not being sold through FoodHero, I understand all of this would go into landfill. Is that the case?
It's landfills. Unfortunately, yes, most of it. Some of it will be donated to charities and food banks, but unfortunately, not a lot of it, because what's happening is the food banks, especially, it's difficult for them to really, logistically speaking, go kind of in every single grocery store because the volumes are not interesting enough, mostly this food will go to landfill if it wasn't for Food Hero.
Okay, understood. And Jonathan, you have been a serial entrepreneur, and you have been building and selling companies for years now. What exactly prompted you to start FoodHero?
That's a great question because actually I've been doing that. I've been a tech entrepreneur for about 20 years now already, I will say, time flies. And actually what happened is in 2016, 2017, I was in the process of selling my last company.
Okay.
And that was like the company that I've started in 2001, and I had really built for 15 years plus. And
Mhm.
all those years, frankly, I was an entrepreneur, a business guy, mostly interested in making money. That was
Mhm.
the name of the game. And then I realized that, okay, if I do sell this company and I decide to start another company, I absolutely want to make an impact. I want to build something that will, solve a real problem, uh, that will make a difference in the world and in people's lives. So, right about when I was thinking about that as a principle, I would say I got the idea for FoodHero.
Okay.
And I got it just, I remember on a Sunday morning, I opened my TV and I saw a documentary on food waste, and the numbers are still astonishing. And I was like, okay, you know what? This is something I think I can tackle. This is
Mhm.
the type of business that I'm able to build. So,
Mhm.
let's do it. And
Mhm.
as they say, the rest is history.
Right, right, right. I'm glad you started doing something in this regard, because this is a grave problem, and not many people are doing something to solve this. So really glad that you started something to
I think
make a
more and
difference.
more and more people are being, especially I'd say like the next generation of entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
And so happy to see that.
Mhm.
Uh, but yes, it's definitely kind of a new trend in the last couple of years where
Mhm.
people are realizing that unfortunately,
Right.
and of course that was pre-COVID, so I'm not even talking about, everything that happened since then and all the other problems that this has created and opportunities as well. But now I think we need to realize that we have some problems,
Mhm.
humanity on this planet, some very serious ones. And it's not a matter of being pessimistic or panicking, but I think it's a matter of people that are able to do something. I think, and I'm hoping that they get the calling to, do something that
Sure.
will have a social impact. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And so coming back to the business model, so I see like there are three big sort of, if you can call them, stakeholders here. It's Food Hero, the customers who ultimately purchase the products from the retailers through Food Hero, and the retailers or grocers themselves. So how exactly do these all these moving parts work in this business process?
hmm Well, our business model, we're a marketplace,
Okay.
so we operate on commission only.
Okay.
So we were contemplating different models. Right now, that's the way we're operating in Canada. It might be different in other countries,
Mhm.
but the way we started it here in Canada is basically, we want to see the big guys, the Sobeys, the Metro, Walmart and others, and we said, look, we know that you're unfortunately wasting a lot of food. We know also, in all due respect, that you are doing everything you can, but we think there's an opportunity to create for a third party to come in the market and create a secondary market, and we're going to operate it, we're going to build it, we're going to market it, and in exchange, we're going to be operating on a performance-based basis. So
Okay.
basically, the retailers, they have nothing to lose,
Mhm.
because we, Food Hero, only generate revenues when we do sell, the food.
Right.
So
Right.
it's kind of a win-win for everybody.
Mhm.
The first winner, I would say, is consumers, for sure, the planet, uh, retailers as well. So yeah, it's been working well.
Okay. And how has the response been from retailers and consumers till now?
Uh, Very positive, very positive. So originally, I started talking to retailers already more than 3 years ago. We went live last year, so in May 2019, which means it took me almost 2 years to convince them. And the challenges were not really about the concept. The concept, they bought it right away. It's just that, we're dealing with huge organizations. So, therefore, there are a lot of stakeholders within those organizations. And, we're integrated to their logistics, to their IT, with their stores, with the people on the floor in those stores. So it was fairly complicated to first convince them that, okay, we're able to do it, we're going to do it, and then you guys are, it's going to be profitable for you. So I'd say, yeah, the as in every startup, like the concept was good. It was about executing it for sure on the retailer side of things. Now that we have numbers, we see that it's getting easier and easier, obviously, because we're no more selling just a good idea or a nice project or a good concept, but we're actually able to see, oh, okay, this is like really improving, can improve my bottom line as a retailer. On the consumers side of things, it's been a super positive answer from the get-go. So definitely, more and more consumers are like, aware of what's going on with the environment and what we need to do. Every little thing that you can do to help the planet. It's very positive to see more and more people adhering to that. On top of it, as I mentioned, we are offering really big discounts. So who's not interested to buy food at 30, 40, 50, 60% off, right? Especially that price of food keeps going up and up and up. So the value proposition is pretty good for both the retailers and the consumers.
For sure, I can understand. And I think with retailers, if they are like big retailers, so in case you happen to get a contract with them, I think then you get it with the whole chain. So
exactly, yeah.
It's all across. So for now, like, are you concentrated just in Montreal, or you're trying to explore?
We're across Quebec right now, but the contracts that we signed, they're national contracts, which means we are in the process to deploy everywhere in Canada. So it should be coming soon to, for sure, the next province is going to be Ontario. So yeah, we're rolling out across the country. We're in talks with also U.S. retailers right now. I mean, to be honest, we pretty much lost 6 months because of the COVID. We're mid-September now. We're pretty much back to where we were mid-March. Because what happened is it's been difficult for grocery stores at the beginning to adjust to this crisis, and of course consumers too. So the first 3 months, say like Q2 was pretty tough for us, for like a lot of companies. Since then, we're definitely back on track. We got some really good traction, and we're just like we're back to deploying our original plan. As I said, is yeah, we want to be everywhere in Canada as soon as possible. For sure, I see that happening in the next couple of months. And then some interest in the U.S. We've been contacted by also some retailers in other countries. So I definitely see like a global potential for this opportunity, this company. But again, it's all about execution. We're a startup. We don't have unlimited resources, so
Yeah.
we want to do things right. Yeah, we're excited. We're definitely going in the right direction.
Okay, got it. And yeah, I understand like last 5 to 6 months have been sort of unfortunate for everyone. But if you look into the future, where do you see yourself in, like next 1.5 years?
Yeah, next, let's say by the end of 2021, I would really love to be, realistically, my first big goal is to be across Canada, because just with the two big deals that we signed with Sobeys and Metro, we have a potential of over 2,000 stores. So right now we have about 300. So we're almost can multiply our business by almost 10, like maybe 8, just with our two current customers. So that's definitely the focus for the next year and a half, and also the U.S. market, because we were seeing interest in the U.S. market. Like I said, we've started conversations with some really big retailers. So I think from what I can see, things are just accelerating. So it's easier and easier for us to deploy our model. So yeah, within a year and a half, I'd see FoodHero available across Canada, hopefully in 2,000 stores or so. And then definitely in some chains in the US as well.
Okay, yeah, would love to see that. Well, thanks a lot, Jonathan. Thanks a lot for your time. This is such an amazing story, and it has been an awesome journey so far. You have invested so much time in uh, building this up, and as you said, this resonates with a lot of people. So thanks for doing this, and thanks a lot for joining us today.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.